Well, hello everybody. Uh, didn't really think too much about what I was going to say before I got on here. Sometimes I meditate over what I'm going to say. Sinuses are acting up, of course. It's sinus season, right? But also, I've been crying this morning pretty hard over a preacher. Miss him pretty bad. Um, it's like between that and my son, because the preacher he was like my son, I didn't get to have my son, so preacher was second best, but he was God's unconditional love, you know, in the flesh. So he was a gift, definitely a gift to have, and I knew it absolutely, without a doubt. I never took any day with him for granted. I know for dogs, each day is like a whole week to us. They live a whole week in one day, so in their lifespan. So I keeping that in mind, I kept that in mind with him and tried to do as much stuff as I could each day. But towards the end, in the end, cancer got him. And cancer. Toby's got cancer. It's staying at bay right now, but we had to have one big gigantic lump taken off the back of his leg already. So that's just awful. I need to, next dog that I rescue, definitely fight against cancer some way or another, in maybe changing the kibble, and I hear getting a probiotics, a good dog gut probiotics is good, but it's all expensive. I don't know what to do, but I just know that the kibble that we give them is cancer causing. But then again, when you get a new rug, their nose is down there. They say that with the kids too. Their noses are down there in a new rug, and they give off CFCs or whatever, CCFs or whatever they are, and that's cancer causing. So let them air out before you put them in your house, that kind of thing. But I don't want the next dog to die of cancer. And I want to do everything I can possibly do to make that happen. And it seems like it's crazy, impossible. Like what? Wait a second. And people say, they cook meals for them and all that stuff, and I don't know. I think it's the probiotics in their gut. But anyways, I'm gonna keep studying, and I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot that a dog's gut can break down a lot of things that humans can't, and they need to have those kind of microbiomes that are different than ours, and they can't get it out of anything. So that's why they eat grass, because this grass has these probiotics in it. All stuff I'm learning, so I need to keep learning. But today's been really difficult, missing preacher and just breaking down, and it's sometimes it's unbearable. It's hard to take, and I've lost people. I've lost my mom. I've lost people. My grandmother was one of the most important people in my life. Lost her. I don't know. This is different. I don't know. It's just really hard, maybe because Preacher never hurt anybody, right? He was unconditional love. Dogs, animals are just so loving unconditionally. They're so, connected to us for everything, for their food and shelter and care and everything. So, just, I don't know. You have this bond with an animal, especially like with a dog, where you have to take him outside every day, twice, 3 times a day. So that creates this bond that you don't normally have unless you're taking care of a person on a daily basis, right? But maybe that's why it's so difficult, because they're always there no matter what. Not like humans, who have stipulations and I don't know. Anyways, it's been a real hard day with that. Just gonna I did finish my I said I was going to do my a project like every day. The last one was the Bloody Mary, which was a lot of fun, and I said I was gonna do good old-fashioned Homer Simpson donuts. So there you go, good old-fashioned Homer Simpson donuts with the pink frosting and the crazy sprinkles. But there they are. There's the Homer Simpson donuts in all their glory. I stuck them together so they'd stick together. So I will stick them in this little box here. Bloop. So you stick them in there. Alright. And then I put little magnets on the back here, and then I'll stick them on the fridge. And then you can always, close it up. Or, and they have a little donut on there. Open it up. And there you go. Good old-fashioned Homer Simpson donuts, folks. In the flesh. Can't stop me. Unbelievable. There they are on a plate. Homer Simpson donuts on a plate. Ta-da! Those sprinkles are crazy, huh? Crazy stuff. Let's get a closer look. Yeah. There's the pink frosting. I made the pink frosting. Just took vanilla stuff. I have vanilla, and then I added red, mixed it up with the dye, as you can see, to the right color, and then stuck that on there. And then I used the sprinkles, which were here. I showed you guys, and boom, there you go. Homer Simpson donuts. Love it. I've been meaning to make those for a long time, because you gotta have Homer Simpson donuts, man. Fun stuff. Okay, so again, like with the Bloody Mary here, you can always pipe in what you want to see me make and see if I can't make it or not. You can actually see the sprinkles in there. You see all the spice mix in there and all the pepper and all that. Yeah. So anyways, if you have anything you want me to make, I'll make it up. Here's a root beer float. I made the foam. Foam was fun to make. That was a lot of fun. But here it is, 2 scoops of ice cream, and I put magnets on it so you can stick it on the fridge, but there's 2 scoops of ice cream in there. So, fun stuff. That's a part of having fun, playing, and being happy. Because that stuff makes me happy. Having Homer Simpson, miniature Homer Simpson donuts, how can that not make you happy? For at least a second, right? No, that's pretty cool. Got to have that in the collection. Okay, so I'll see what next I'm gonna make. That should be interesting. I'll pick it out and make it, and see you guys. You can see what I'm gonna come up with next. That's gonna be nice and fun. That's always fun. It's fun for me, and hopefully it's fun for you to see what mini food I'm gonna make next. Or mini thing or whatever. Sometimes I incorporate mini. I've got like a mini toys, are they around? Yes, they are. Mini stuff. I don't know how to describe it, but like for instance, here's a miniature grill, right? With miniature shish kebabs, right? But then I have like these are Prego spaghetti sauce, raisins. I gotta put that in the food stuff. Pretzel. Make that into a pretzel. But there's like bottles of stuff. Here's another thing of what is this? Mango things. Here's somebody's bow from the Avengers. Here's a burger from I forget what flavoristic. I don't know. There's a burger anyway in here. Again, oh geez, here's Buzz Lightyear, little one. So like I'll incorporate Buzz Lightyear or this shield, or this is a bucket of something. I don't know what it is, but one of these little guys. Here's a fish I made. I made that, actually. That's from a mold. I made that. Anyway, so I'll incorporate some of that stuff. I made this one too. Here's another one I made. There you go. I made that one too. From a mold. Miniature toilet paper. Gotta need toilet paper, right? But then I got a lot of like miniature sea creatures and stuff because I was gonna make this little underwater scene. Here's Thor's hammer. Rooster, you name it, I got. Here's what's her face. What's her face? This is I don't know, cabbage and something. Here's a piece of steak that's supposed to be on the grill. Miniature Doritos, or Pringles I mean, with the Pringles in them. There's the Pringles, they're in there. They're all jammed up in there. Here they come. There they are. There they are. Yeah, here's the Pringles. Now they're coming out all over the place. Or not. Yeah, Pringles. Anyways, Pringles, yay! Alright, so I have a bunch of miniature stuff that I incorporate. Here's a tank, a little miniature gas thing. Here's a golden Buzz Lightyear. Whoa, anyways, they have miniature stuff, and the golden ones actually are hard to get. If it's gold, it's hard to get. Blah, 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 that kind of thing. But there's miniature minis thingies or whatever that I got that I didn't know what to do with. So what I do is I incorporate them in the mini food stuff. So it's a, that's kind of neat to incorporate both together. I'll show you some of the examples sometime. I don't know where they are, but where I've kind of collided the two together and made something with them. But I do that a lot. So anyways, enough of that. There's the mini food. Next is just gonna get through the day. I woke up, it's 12, really slow this morning, hurting pretty bad. It was a real, I don't know, it was a real rough night, sleeping, not sleeping, but difficult, a real difficult morning, and then on top of that, just having this feeling like I can't do it, like I can't get over it, I can't get through missing preacher, like I can't do it, like I got this terror in me, like I can't go on, or I can't do it, and I have to, right? When you lose somebody that you love closest to you, you got to keep going on. And you lose them every day. Every day you wake up, you lose them again. You just don't lose them once. You lose them every single day of your life. You wake up and they're not there. You look for them, they're not there. You hear them maybe in the background. And you look for them and they're not there, and you lose them all the time. So it's hard. It's hard losing somebody I love so much. I loved him with all my heart, all my soul, all my being, everything I had. And I guess, the amount of pain that you have is the amount of love you've had for that being, for that person, for that, animal person. And man, I loved him like my own son. So, and then that, just reminds me of what I don't have. It makes it even harder, but I don't know, it's hard. It's hard. And I know a lot of people out there ever since, of course, since the pandemic. I don't know who hasn't been touched by that. We lost so many people. It's insane. And that was just like, I hope everybody knows the importance and the devastation of that loss. Just millions and millions of people. There wasn't anybody that wasn't affected by that. So we know loss. People that I'm talking to know loss. And not even that, just in life, you lose your loved ones as you grow older, or you just lose your loved ones. We've lost a lot of people in our class from overdose, suicide, So you have to go on without them. Hopefully honor them in some way or another in your life, as you go on in your life. I think about the people I've lost, like my best friend Timmy. He likes to go by Tim nowadays, but Timmy, when we were kids, went to church camp together every year. He was from another town, but we used to meet up at church camp every summer. And then he committed suicide later in life. He was so funny, so much fun. Anyways, yeah, he's gone. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just dealing with a lot of loss, and I'm still here. Cindy's still here, right? Then that scares the crap out of me. I was on my knees praying, God, please let us live a long, healthy life together till we're really old, and then let us pass on together in each other's arms, Like, I just pray for that. Like, maybe that we're like really, really, really old, you know what I mean? And then just naturally, peacefully hold each other and then pass on together. I pray, that's my dream. That's my prayer. And I know it may be morbid and unconventional, but I love her that much. Of course, I want my whole family to be there. My son and her kids, and all my loved ones. But I just love Cindy so much that she's my partner, my best friend, my soulmate. She's my partner, she's my buddy. She's my good friend, my best friend, my person I bounce things off of, and I show stuff off to, when I make things, and she vice versa. She does the same for me, and then I can confide in her when I'm having a hard time, and she can confide in me when she's having a hard time. So, and yeah, it goes back and forth, and last night we got to make a really nice. I haven't made it since I think I was in New Orleans, but a linguine with clam sauce, with clams, baby clams, and then with lemon and just a light lemon and herb sauce, with olive oil and fresh parsley. Gotta have fresh parsley, and chopped up garlic and lemon, and then of course, the juices from the clams and all that. I use the secret is using canned clams, a couple of cans of clams, baby clams, and they're really tender. They're absolutely really tender, and they're awesome. They're in their own sauce. You throw that all in there, and then I actually add a couple cans of chopped ones up too with the sauce, right in there. And you get lots of clams, and they're really nice. You can get them fresh and all that stuff, but man, the ones in the cans are really tender and moist. And you get baby ones, and they're tender and moist, but they're in their own juices and stuff, and it just makes it real easy, real nice. It's simple. Throw it together and boom. Throw some garlic bread on there, and you got a meal. So that was really nice. She has never made that before. I've made that I don't know how many times. That was her first time making it. We made it together, but I was supposed to make it. Actually, it was supposed to be actually my thing, because I was like, in the week, I'm like, listen, I can make you dinner when you come home, and then you can be, you don't have to make dinner when you come home, and so I can make it and have it waiting for you. So that was one of the dishes that I was supposed to make and have waiting for her, but she decided she wanted to make it, but I understand that, because she's never made it before, and she wanted to make it and see what it was all about, so that's cool, and I was like, no, you can't make it, it's mine. And I was like, yes, let's do it, and let her lead, and just tell her, yeah, this is good and that's good, and give her some notes, some tips here and there, but let her do it, and it came out perfect. It was awesome, and then we did it together, So, anyways, that was our evening last night, and yeah, and then maybe pasta. I'm thinking maybe I'm finding out pasta isn't so good on my system. which I kind of have a suspicion that it isn't good for me. So that's fresh pasta is really bad for me. I can't digest. It's really hard on me, really bad. So maybe that made me really, really sick this morning. But then you gotta sometimes think, was it worth it? And yes, it was worth it. But it was worth it. It was worth it. All right. So, all right, I'll get ready for the next little whatever project. We'll call them projects, right? And get ready for the next project. This project was Homer Simpson donuts. I hope I came through with it. All right, for everybody. Like I said, I'll put it in this little box here and then make it into a magnet like I do with the other ones. I don't know. Oh, they're over there. But yeah, I'll put them with the s'mores donuts. All right, and then I'll figure out what next I'm going to make. I got a lonely pretzel here. Maybe I'll do something with that. No, I don't know. Something cool. Or just let me know if you guys want anything. Let me know and I'll see what I can do. That's a lot of fun. You know, somebody said, hey, you know, hey, Bloody Mary with lemon. I'm like, okay. Let's do it. Whatever. Let me know. All right. Thanks for letting me rant or talk about my feelings and also give advice, I guess, hopefully, on how to get through grief. Just put one foot in front of the other. Think about what that person or pet would want you to be. Happy, you know, joyous and free, right? They'd want us to be happy, joyous, and free for their sakes. I'm learning a lot from Preacher. He loved his mommy, okay? He chose her when he came in here. He was my dog, but then when I came here, he was like, boom, right to Cindy and chose her over me. And that was good. That's great. I'm glad. I really am. But they were like frickin' frack. He was always at her feet. Always. So, I don't know. It's really rough. Not always having Preacher at her feet. You know. God, you know, what do you do? You know, and then I think about people that we lose. You know. I lost my cousin, and then Cindy lost a friend of hers from college. It's just been one loss after the next, and you just got to keep going and making the best of each day for their sakes, you know. I guess for me anyway, do the best I can for everybody that I've lost. Try to anyway, and make my life mean something and make it count. Right? Make it count. Like, they don't have any more days. I do, so make them count. They don't have any more days. I do, so make them count. In a loving, wonderful, joyous way. Play, have fun, be happy each day today. Try to do that today, and love yourself, love your neighbor, and love God. Got to put that in there and say that. And I'll work on the next project. And I'll let you know how I'm doing. Thank you guys for your time, for your prayers, for your support, of course. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't put a new hoodie or sweatshirt on today. I just having such a rough time. I just put on what's comfy, you know. Put this Dancing Bear on there. It says peace and love on there. A friend of mine gave it to me this last Christmas. Really good, good friend of mine. So, all right, guys, have a wonderful day. God bless you and your loved ones and the ones that you adore. May God make your path straight and take away all obstacles in your way. All obstacles in your way. And may you thrive in your life. Just thrive. Okay? Blessings and blessings and blessings to you and your loved ones. All right. I'll talk to you soon. I love you guys. Peace.